Hey there. I guess this is the part where I have to introduce myself, so here goes nothing. My name is Kate, and welcome to my channel, The Gallivanting Geek. So, I just bought this van, and this big red Volkswagen Crafter that's been done up inside. It's my new home on wheels. So why did I buy a van in the first place? Well, I've had this fantasy for years, pre-COVID even. I've always wanted to travel around Australia, experience the ultimate road trip with the comforts of home. However, it was just a dream, a pipe dream. But last year, I hit a milestone. I turned 30 years old. And obviously, when you reach a new decade, you inevitably reflect on what has come before. And what I found was that I had done nothing. I hadn't achieved anything, and I wasn't where I wanted to be. I was generally kind of unsatisfied with where I'm at in my life. So I kind of had this sinking feeling that, oh wow, I just wasted my whole 20s. But I don't want to live with regrets. I don't want to dwell on the what could have beens and the what ifs. I kind of just want to start living my life rather than just existing day to day with no real plan or goals. So I've spent the last 12 months saving like crazy to add up what I'd already saved up until this point. And instead of doing what any sane person would do, which is put a deposit on a house or, a small house or a unit, or not, but even then with the market at the moment, like probably a few years before that was even attainable anyway. So I thought, hey, let's just deplete all my savings and buy this instead. This can be my house. My family told me this was a very poor financial decision. And look, they're probably right. But I decided to ignore all that advice, and they have supported me throughout this entire journey, step by step, even if they thought I was crazy. But if I don't take the risk now and take a chance, then I never will. It's kind of my thought process. So I just have to do it. At the end of the day, it's all about the experience. And up until this point, I haven't experienced much in my sheltered adult life. And I'm really ready to take the plunge and start having adventures of my own. So I started looking on Marketplace for months, doing my research, and then I saw it. I saw this beautiful big red van, and I was like, this is the one. This is going to be my van. Of course, the initial asking price was far above my budget, and it wasn't going to happen. But then I was patient. I waited over a month. It was like 5 or 6 weeks. And then the sellers went down a bit. And I thought, oh, I'm in for a crack here. So I just jumped right in and took the opportunity. And the original owners were lovely. They were great throughout the whole experience. It was stressful, but they made it easy. And they showed me through everything, and I was very happy in the end. So for Jenny and Tim, if you're watching this, some coincidence of fate that you've found this video, then thank you very much. But the exciting thing is, today we're going to set it up and make it my own. Put all my stuff. Obviously, this is essentially me moving out of home for the first time as well. As I said, I'm a pretty sheltered 31-year-old, but so went shopping, bought all the essentials, and now we're going to put it all together. So join me as we do that. Alrighty, so we're going to head in now and forgive the disaster zone of all my shit everywhere. Stuff in here too. But basically, we're going to put everything away now. Alrighty, so I'm going to set up this camera and then we're going to get cracking. Alright, this ain't winning any prizes for most neatest bed. This is hard in a small space. Guess you don't think about these things until you start doing them. you go. Ta-da! Bed made. Looking good, but I'd say so myself. Alright. But final touch. Now it's time for the kitchen. I should mention, I don't actually cook, so I might not use these, but I'm gonna try. It's the new me. Kettle. Teacup. Coffee cup. Let's get these glasses out of the box. And I got my one beer glass. Fancy one anyway. I got a bunch of other ones, but that's my fancy one. It's kind of cool. Oh no, it doesn't fit. No. Oh, I can live like that for the time being. It does suck actually. It doesn't quite fit. Now it's just the final touches. Look at that. Perfect. Who doesn't need a nerdy doormat for their van? I sure do. Now finally, to make anything a home, you need more fake plants. There you go, homie. So what now? What's the plan? Well, let's go sit somewhere a bit more comfier and we'll get into it. Alrighty, let's settle in, have a nice frothy. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna pour myself a nice cold one. I've had a big day, setting up the van and starting to do all this, so pretty bang on. There we go. A bit too much head, but it's alright. So, what's the plan? You may be asking yourself, or you might not be, but I figured if you've made this far in the video, you clearly are interested. So, this is not going to be your typical van life channel, as I do have a full-time job and I work in hospitality, so it's not a career you can do remotely or just pick up and leave. I can't just pack up and go traveling full-time, though that would be amazing. But it's not in the cards. So instead, I'm opting for going on small trips and the occasional day trip, overnight stay when I have time off. The best part about this van is it's ready to go. I can just pick up and leave whenever. So I can just do something on the whim, which is both scary and exciting. But that's kind of the idea. I'm not going to be traveling full time. I'm going to be traveling on and off and planning out my trips as I go along. I will be starting off by exploring my home state of Victoria because I don't want to go too far just while I'm feeling out my new home on wheels. So we just want to stay a little bit close to home before we start traveling interstate and go into some pretty cool places. So Australia is a big place and there's plenty of stuff to go over. So I'm very excited to explore this great country of ours, which I have not. But what about when I'm not traveling? So I do have a plan for that too. Basically, I want this channel to be an amalgamation of everything I love, everything I'm passionate about, and I want to share that with all of you. So I'm going to be talking about topics like books, games, both retro and new, movies, TV shows, and basically anything nerdy and geeky. And maybe a little bit of beer, coffee, my two loves in life, sprinkled out. So it's going to be some cozy, relaxing, chill videos that I hope you can get around and enjoy. For those of you that have made it this far into the video, my first one, mind you, I just wanted to say thank you and I appreciate it, and I look forward to going on this journey together. I hope you enjoyed watching and we'll see you next time. So one final note, cheers, and catch you on the next chapter.